welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. Sky in the Deep. It basically... Okay, so I wrote, the basic premise is 17-year-old Elin is a warrior whose clan is called the Aska. Every 5 years, her clan and another clan called the Riki go to war against each other. During a battle, Elin sees her brother, a brother who she thought died 5 years ago. In the last battle. She is captured and brought back to the Riki village her brother lives in as a slave, and to her culture, being a slave is bad. It's very, very bad. So she has to navigate her way around the Riki because of the hatred the clans have for one another, and she's, pretty sure at any second she's going to be killed. A sudden and brutal attack by a group called the Herja forced the Riki and Aska clans to join together to survive. Now, we aren't told a whole bunch about the Herja. They're pale. They capture people both from the Riki and the Aska clans, and they sacrifice them. Human sacrifice. And they like to attack under the cover of darkness. The Riki believe them to be a myth until they are attacked on a very large scale. But the Aska have fought with them before. Elin's mom was actually killed by the Herja. Anyway, so Elin has to convince her people, the Aska, to fight alongside the Riki. She has help from a male in the Riki whose name is Fisk. And there is sort of kind of like a little bit of a insta-love, but to me, what I wrote, it developed in a meaningful way. It wasn't like they hate each other one page and the next they would die for each other. There was a little time for their love to kindle. It was believable. So, it was good. It was a lot more slow burning than An Enchantment of Ravens between Brooke and Isabel, for an example. So, Elin also has a friendship with a few other Riki. She develops friendships with some, and I think that bond helped her character grow not only on the page but inside your head as well, or inside my head as well. You can see how she is in the first page, and as her journey progresses and as she struggles through some hardships, you begin to see her grow. It's like watching a flower bloom from a seed or seed or bulb, like sped up a little bit, Alright, so world building. This is not an epic fantasy, but we are brought along to a few locations that are adequately described. Honestly, if Young had gone into detail about how every building looked, or how every room was laid out, it would severely detract from the entire story. Like, pretty much there are like 3 villages, 2 caves, a forest, a lake, and the fjord. So you don't really need a whole bunch of description. It's all very natural. It was very, very easy to follow along in the world. You didn't need a whole lot of world building. In all, I really did enjoy this book. I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't get to know more about the Herja, like what drives them to attack the other clans. I needed a little bit more information. Like, I wanted a little bit more information. The book was wrapped up nicely. There was the feeling towards the ending of like, we'll take this one day at a time, or like nothing's set in stone, kind of. So it kind of did leave it open for maybe a second book. Although the battle between the Aska and Riki and the Herja was concluded, you still got the feeling that there's a little bit more to go, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't normally do like a point something whatever rating. I just stick to basic 1 through 5, but this was hard. This was really, really hard. Like, I liked it more than a 4, but it wasn't quite a 5. You understand? So I did say that I did rate it 4.5 stars, although on Goodreads it does say 4 stars. Also, this book was only from Elin's perspective. I really, really feel that it could have been like more in-depth if maybe we had another like Fisk, another point of view or two, maybe even three. So maybe in total like 4 POVs. Even if only one more had been added, I think it still would have been really good. But I mean, it was a really good book, don't get me wrong. Like I rated it 4 stars. So, but I do feel that with additional POVs, it could have been a lot better. So, all right, that is my spoiler-free review of Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you later.